everybody, welcome back to youtube.com/Geek Aloud for another Let's Install today. It is Diablo 2 Resurrected. We're going to go ahead and hit that download button. Now, we are doing this on a PS5, so we'll download that PS5 version. But no, you could do it on the PS4. It's one purchase, gets you entitlement to both consoles. But there we have it, Diablo 2, of course, added to our download queue. And if I can remember how the PlayStation 5 works, I will bring up, that's not even the screen I want. Where is it? Ah, here it is. Oh, and there's a problem with Call of Duty, but let's not worry about that. Not enough free space. Oh, well, I'm here. Let's go on a little walk, shall we? Here's a rant for you about free space. Check this out. As you know, I do like to install a lot of games on my PS5. Check out this abomination of memory management. See this one here, this other 200, where is it? Oh, there's a new delay that I'm trying to deal with, and it makes this bit really difficult. But see this here, 211 gigabytes. Now, I have tried everything to get that. Let's bring up the little note there. Here it goes. Let's read it, shall we? This storage space is reserved for system data needed for games and apps to work properly. The amount of space reserved depends on how your console is being used. Here's how I'm using my console, PlayStation. I'm installing games I want to play, and then once I've finished playing them, I uninstall them, and at that moment, it would be awesome if you could release all the memory associated with it. As it sits now, I have over 200 gigs of my hard drive that I cannot clear. I have tried everything shy of a complete system reset. I've put on an external USB and I've transferred all the games, so all the PS4 and PS5 games were copied over to the USB drive. I unplugged it. I system restarted. I went into the maintenance menu, tried rebuilding the database and clearing the cache. They're both option 5 on that menu. And I tried every configuration that I could imagine to clear that space. Impossible. I'm sure if I did a full factory reset, I would get that 200 gigs back and I could install 1 or 2 extra games, depending on if you're picking Call of Duty or something a bit more reasonable. But that space is just getting worse and worse. Now, pure speculation, I'm guessing that this is to do with, bear with me, I'll grab a prop. I'm betting this has to do with that there, the PS4 discs that have the PS5 upgrade available. Now, the reason I'm going to point at that is because I suspect, no knowledge, suspicion, I think when it's putting those discs in and I install the PS5 version, I think it's doing some sort of, and I don't know how much, to what extent, I think it's doing some sort of memory allocation for the PS4 install that I never actually do. So I don't know, you know, pick a number, 2 gigs. Say it no, that's not enough. So let's say 20 gigs. Say it reserves 20 gigs when I put in that disk for the PS4. And then I sit there and I do it back to back. You know, I install 10 games at 20 gigs, reserve space. At a guess, is that the 200 gigs? Is it the 20 physical games I've installed? No, 10. 10 physical games I've installed with a 20 gig reserve each? I don't know, but I cannot get that memory to release no matter what trick I try. I'm sure if I did a factory reset, I could, but there's all sort of upload notification errors with, where is it? Here, look at these uploads. And then can't upload. There's so many of my save games that it can't upload that I'm not prepared to do a factory reset on the old girl. So I'm just going to sit here with my 200 gigs of unusable space, I think. But what are we actually doing today? Today we're actually doing Diablo 2 Resurrected install. This is the full digital version coming in off the PSN, obviously. You could boot it after 19.247 gigabytes, though I don't recommend it because that starts to throttle the download. I say leave all your software closed and go for that full 27.676 gigabyte install. Once it's fully installed, then boot it. And that's exactly what we're going to do here today on Geek Aloud. So let's install, shall we? Diablo 2 Resurrected. All right, it's getting exciting now. Installed Diablo 2 on the PlayStation 5. Let's boot it up, check out that menu, see what kind of graphic options we have, but also the all-important, make sure there's no extra modes we need to download. Make sure that download we just completed was the full and complete package, that we're not missing anything, and the culprit I'm thinking of is, of course, Call of Duty. Forever leaving the single-player offline component, the one thing you'd want on the disc. No, that's a digital download. Online multiplayer, oh yeah, makes sense to burn that on the disc, doesn't it? Crazy people. All right, let's focus on the game we're actually installing today, shall we? Diablo 2 Resurrected. As you can see there, my level 5 Paladin. Pro tip, if you've never played Diablo before, always play the Paladin class. That is the best basic default class you can start. If it's your first time in the world of Diablo, by all means. Now, graphics mode, here's the important thing. You want that 60 frames a second. Make sure you leave it on performance for the optimum. That's right, the optimum experience. Now, let's pull up those particulars and wrap up this here Let's Install. Whoa, no, I don't want to delete it. I want to pull up the information. All right, now, where am I? I apologize. This is going to be, is it right there? Version 1.012.000, and that is a complete size of 27.73 gigabytes. Thank you very much for watching another Let's Install right here, youtube.com/geekaloud, and this is your official invitation to 8 p.m.-ish Mondays. Unky Dunky and myself sit down on the couch and go over everything gaming that's leaked in the past week. You can go and check out last Monday night's episode right now. It's called the Gaming Enforcement Agency, and you should definitely be watching it. As I said, each and every Monday night, 8 p.m.-ish, right here, youtube.com/geekaloud. You're all invited. What else can you do? Like it, subscribe it, you'll never miss it. Oh, that was luck. Hey, that's not it. I love everything about it. Ooh. Old Uncle Donkey. Donkey.